It's the same evidence are getting. This photo against it, we discovered the luminol reaction yesterday. By accident, we got some of the luminol testing fluid on Orla. We were then very surprised to see luminol reactions on Orla's body.
Objection!
So what of it? There's nothing odd about that. As was discussed in yesterday's trial, the orca was bleeding. Traces of the orca's blood were also found on the skull rock. The orca must have injured herself when she rammed the rock. So that cloud of blood Mr. Plume saw was from Orla headbutting the skull rock, was it? Those luminol reactions you saw on the orca are most likely from her headbutt.
Objection!
But what's odd is the position of those bloodstains. Please take a good look at the photograph. Yesterday, Miss Plume said the blood disappeared when Orla put on the hat. That testimony indicated that Orla's injury was under the hat area. However, these luminol reactions are in two entirely separate areas from her injuries. These bloodstains can't be Orla's own blood from when she was headbutting. Then where did the blood come from? It's my firm belief that it's the victim's blood. The victim was killed right in front of Orla. And the victim's blood splattered on Orla's body. Gah! Now it finally all makes sense. Orla was witness to the murder, so that's why. Orla! Boss! Something's wrong with Orla! What? You're right, she's listless and she's seeking. There's one more fact that didn't get Orla's witness to the murder. There's more? The culprit was afraid of Orla could somehow reveal what she witnessed. And that's why they did what they did. It's the only thing that makes sense. I have to present that evidence.
Take that!
The defense would like to submit this evidence. What's this? It looks like some sort of medicine. It's a sleeping drug, Your Honor. Very powerful. The sleeping drug was discovered in Orla's stomach yesterday. Culprit tried to drown Orla by putting her into a deep sleep. Tried to drown the orca, but why? Right, Donald, are you trying to tell this court that the perpetrator tried to kill the orca off to prevent the witness from talking? Do you really expect to defeat me with that feeble attack? My sword has been drawn. I'm not about to sheathe my evidence now. Orcas have an enormous potential for intelligence. The possibility that Orla could somehow manage to reveal the truth can't be denied. The culprit believed in this possibility, and that's why they tried to kill her. Dr. Hermit Crab, you purchased a sleeping drug, didn't you? What? Does the veterinary try to do away with the orca? Who but a veterinarian would better know how to disguise an orca's death? He could even prevent the police from examining Orla's body. What, you? Are you actually accusing me of trying to murder the orca? How dare you! How dare you slander the noble profession of veterinarian! Eek! Eek! My goodness, one could cut the tension in this courtroom with a knife. Yes, I admit to purchasing that sleeping drug. However, that was subsequently stolen from our lab. That's such a flimsy excuse. It's the truth, what else can I say? Any one of the crew members could have entered my lab. I guess that weakens my evidence quite a bit. Besides, thinking about it for a minute, who was it that treated Orla after she swallowed the drug? It was I. But as I recall, it took you quite a while to give that treatment. You didn't even come on your own, we had to go get you. Son of a gun, you just remember all sorts of little details, don't you, Mr. Lawyer? Your pool and the lab are far apart. Are far apart, it's a little wonder you didn't know Orla's condition.
Objection!
Didn't know? That's highly doubtful. As far as apart as they were, Dr. R still had to walk away to know all about Orla's conditions.
Take that!
The torpedo. Gah, you just had to bring that up, didn't ya? With this advanced data system, surely you would have known Orla's condition.
Objection!
Wait just a minute, what is this torpedo? Dr. Crab, how dare you bring a weapon of mass destruction in my courtroom? Torpedo, or tele-observation real-time pertinent data organizer, is a data system. Until yesterday, only Dr. Crab and Mr. Shipley knew about the torpedo. It isn't legally approved in this country, so it was kept secret from the police. It's illegal, Dr. Crab, I demand an explanation. Son of a gun. You and your big mouth, Mr. Lawyer. Yes, it's true. I'm using an illegal system to monitor the creatures at the aquarium. The system uses sensors like these. And yes, there's one in the orca pool too. That sound waves through the water to gather data on the creatures. Finds abnormalities in the condition. Torpedo alerts me with a sound. Oh my goodness, how very high-tech. But it's illegal, I will not turn a blind eye. This matter will be appropriately dealt with at a separate time. Now then, Mr. Wright, please continue. With the torpedo, I'm sure Dr. Crab knows the danger Orla was in. But he made no attempt to come to her aid on his own. And the reason for that is that Dr. Crab is... Torpedo didn't give me a warning message. That's why I didn't know there was anything wrong with Orla. The sensor in the orca pool wasn't working during the police investigation.
Objection!
Can you prove that statement?
Objection!
Heh. What's with him? I guess this is also high-tech for Prosecutor Blackwell. That's making him a little funny. Funny, yes, I did find this all very funny. Witness, those sensors will send sound waves through the water, correct? But what if there isn't any water? Then they wouldn't work, they would automatically switch off. I see. And where's the sensor in the orca pool located? I don't know, Jack is the one who attached it for me. You don't know, then I will tell you. The police found a sensor just like that one you just showed us. They found it attached to the table at the bottom of the pool. Table? That's right, don't you get it yet, right, Donald? The table is on the Skull Rock side of the partition. It's affixed to the bottom of the pool and can't be moved. Oh, and if so, the water was drained from the Skull Rock side of the pool. Precisely, without water, the torpedo sensor would not work. Witness, when did that sensor automatically switch off? Hang on, I'll look it up. The only time lately we're doing cleaning 2 days ago and the investigation yesterday. Of course, I knew the pool would be drained while they cleaned it. But I had no idea they drained it for the investigation. No one let me know. That's why I didn't know about Orla's condition yesterday. So Dr. Crab really did want to save Orla. Did you hear that right, Donald? Yes, the water can be drained without harm to the orca if the provision is used. But if the water is drained from the Skull Rock side, the sensor turns itself off. If the sensor was always on except for during the cleaning and the investigation, it means there must have been water in the pool out of all the other times it was never drained. In other words, no one but the defendant could have committed the crime. Ah! Order in the court! This completely shatters the defense's argument. But the fact still remains that Orla was nearly killed with Dr. Crab's sleeping drug.
Objection!
But aren't you forgetting one important question? When was the sleeping drug given to the orca? You're right. That hasn't been discussed yet, has it? The orca pool is the scene of the murder. The police were there all day yesterday. The only way to get the drug to the orca undetected is to put it in her food. Yesterday, someone gave the orca food during the trial. Someone did, but I'm afraid I don't remember that. You don't remember? You're not that old yet, are you? It was the defendant, Sasha Buckler. Ah! So that is the orca that stands accused, is it? Wait, wait. Oh, she's waving a flip at us. Maybe she's cheering us on. Orla, wish finished anything luck. So everyone is that Miss Buckler is the one who gave the orca the drug? The prosecution's argument hasn't changed. Buckler made the victim fall to his death and then manipulated the orca to pin it on her. Still not satisfied, she further planned to kill the orca with a sleeping drug. I didn't hear any reports of Dr. Crab feeding Orla. Maybe he didn't have a hand in Orla's attempted murder after all. But is there anybody else who could have fed Orla besides Sasha? Then that placed even more suspicion on her than ever.
Objection!
There is one person, I know who it is, and I hope it wasn't him, but it is him. Just the prosecution's claims. Well, you still haven't admitted defeat. Prosecutor Blackwell, I don't appreciate the way you only mention the parts that are convenient for you. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Prosecutor failed to mention that Miss Buckler wasn't the only one who fed Orla. As you will all recall, there was another person who gave Orla food. Oh, you mean that person? Looks like Athena remembers now, too. Congrats, Sasha. Tweet, tweet. This is to celebrate. Eat it all up. Oh, Ms. Wright, no. I don't want to believe it either, but we can't ignore the truth.
Take that!
When Orla was not found, Marlon Rhymes gave the orca a large quantity of food. The sleeping drugs was mixed in with that food. It could be given to the orca without arousing police suspicion. Now that you mention it, I do remember that flip-flopper feeding the orca.
Objection!
So you remember, did you? See, the time for a true sword fight has come. I call Marlon Rhymes to the stand. Mr. Lawyer, both Miss Orca Lover and Marlon Rhymes are important members of our crew. I don't want to suspect either of them, but I'm ready to accept whatever truth you find. Here, take this. That charm. It's the charm that matches with the one Azura Summers had, isn't it? So you and Miss Summers were romantically involved, weren't you, Dr. Crab? What? No, of course not. Sorry to disappoint you, but this doesn't belong to me. At the time, I thought it was Azura, so I grabbed it. But it wasn't hers. Now it's up to you, Mr. Lawyer, to figure out whose charm it is. I will. Thank you, Dr. Crab. After all, I'm interested in the outcome of this trial, too. Now then, please summon Marlon Rhymes to the witness stand. What's going on? What's everyone make that face for? I've been watching the trial and nobody's told me anything. Marlon Rhymes, you are under suspicion for the attempted murder of the orca. I see, well, it's already out. Mr. Rhymes, is he really going to admit it? Fine, I'll tell the truth. Sasha's lying to protect that orca. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there's still water in the orca pool. Orla killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam down on the water, so I thought the orca should pay the consequences. He's lying. Why is he lying? Now we're back to the orca again. I did not see that testimony coming. Now wait just a minute. Yes, sir, Orla was proven innocent. Besides, you said Orla was in the show pool during the cleaning. I didn't want to sell Sasha out. That's why I didn't tell the truth. But the fact is, all three of us, Sasha, the captain, and me, were cleaning the pool room. Dr. Krabs and Miss Buckler both said you were at the show stage. Well, the only thing Dr. Crab knew about the cleaner was what I told him. I didn't give him a whole lot of details either. Maybe he misunderstood. Sasha's lying to protect the orca. She can't tell the truth. Sasha put the blood on the skull rock herself to make a fake blood stain. I think it's pretty brave of her to let herself get arrested to protect the orca. Mr. Rhymes, how can you lie like that? It's the truth. Besides, wouldn't it be better for you if I was lying? If the orca did it, you win your case. What? This is all very hard to believe. But if Mr. Rhymes' story is true, Miss Buckler would be innocent and the orca would be the killer. Meaning if we turned our backs on Orla, we could save Sasha. Having a witness lie to save your own client. What a dirty, underhanded tactic, right, Donald?
Objection!
Yesterday, the defense proved Orla was not guilty. We have no intention of going back on our assertions now. What are you saying, Mr. Wright? All you gotta do is admit the orca did it and Sasha goes free. Isn't a lawyer supposed to act in his client's best interest? But that wouldn't be acting in her interest. Miss Buckler believes Orla is innocent. And we, of course, believe that Miss Buckler herself is innocent, too. Acting in the client's best interest is an important part of our job as lawyers. Using dirty means to win a verdict would destroy our client's faith in us. That's right. We believe in both Miss Buckler and Orla's innocent. Oh, I just don't understand how you can treat human and orca equally. Sasha or the orca, you can only save one of them. Ha ha ha. I don't know about that. I think I could save them both. All I have to do is disprove your testimony. Oh yeah? Then go ahead and try. I will do just that. If I can tear down his testimony, I won't be able to save both of them. I have to find a weak spot and start tearing.
Hold it!
What exactly do you claim Miss Buckler is lying about? Sasha put that blood stain on the skull rock and stuff herself as false evidence. She left fake traces to try and save the orca.
Objection!
Witness, if you keep talking nonsense, I will seal your mouth shut. The defense supports the prosecution's idea. But Mr. Wright, my testimony helps your client. You ought to be happy. I want to save both Orla and Miss Buckler. I won't accept anything less. Okay. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool.
Hold it!
When the victim was killed, how much water was in the pool? It was before the pool was drained for cleaners, so it was full. You went into the orca pool room and saw this yourself? Dr. Grant said that you were at the show stage.
Objection!
But it's possible that Dr. Grant was misinformed or that he misunderstood. The witness already explained this. Why are you taking this meaningless tech? If you want to play games, Taka here would be more than happy to play with you. We'd better be careful. We better be careful. We press the witness. Taka's watching us like a hawk. Witness continue. Having before the orcas moved to the show pool.
Hold it!
So you're saying the incident took place before the cleaning began? Yeah, I guess so. The captain, Sasha, and I were going to do the cleaning together. It's much more efficient than trying to have just one person do it alone. In the defense's case, however, more lawyers means simply more lawyers, nothing more. What? You're the one to talk. All you have on your side is a cantankerous bird. What about me? I'm up here all alone. Are you people done? You need the witness to keep you focused. Right, don't know. Hey, I was the only one who kept my mouth shut. Anyway, the incidents happened in the orca pool before the cleaning got started.
Hold it!
Can an orca even do that? Send a person flying up in the air like that? Yup, of course. I've seen orcas bashing seals 60 feet into the air. So naturally, Orla could do that to the captain too. What a frightening thought. And you mentioned it so casually, Mr. Rhymes. Well, what else can I say? It's the truth. Mr. Rhymes claimed that Orla killed the victim by sending him flying into the air. But would something like that even be possible in the orca room? There's something about that statement that bothers me. And so you witnessed the moment the victim was killed. Exactly. So it's this last one back here.
Objection!
That's it right there. When lies are compounded on top of lies, each other contradictions start to emerge. This time is no different. Are you saying there's some kind of inconsistency in my testimony? That's exactly what I'm saying. You claim that the victim was sent flying about 30 feet in the air. But the autopsy report states the cause of death was thought to be from a 65-foot fall. What? Additionally, in your testimony a moment ago, you said at 3:30 a.m. on the 20th there was still water in the orca pool. The pool is about 65 feet deep and there's about 30 feet between the water and the ceiling. The pool was full of water as you claimed. It would be impossible for the victim to fall about 65 feet as the autopsy states. Ah!